Give me. One, if the ministry wishes to make a statement to the public, it is not through this house. If the ministry is making a statement, it does not make reference to the discussions that has become before the committee. Once the ministry brings out the issues that they brought and discussed before the committee, it therefore becomes our discussion as well. So all the things were said. We met with the committee. We did this to the committee. You are therefore bringing the committee into what the ministry is saying, and we have not completed, giving the impression that what the committee is saying, what the ministry is saying, the committee has agreed to it. So on that, there is nothing to withdraw and to apologize about.
Okay, Honorable Nikal, I think it's understanding Order 44B. You know, a leader of majority or minority or chairperson of a committee or their designee may make a statement relating to their responsibilities in the House or activities of the committee. So yes, they're responsible to oversight the Ministry of Health. So yes, he's in order to come and make that statement as a statement coming from to the people. Yes. He hasn't referred to the. He didn't refer to. He has not referred to the committee, and I think he's made it clear. It's a ministry statement. The committee will be at liberty. You'll be at liberty to continue to interrogate this issue. Yeah, it doesn't affect your operations because you can still come and question the ministry. The ministry can appear before the committee and still question them on that issue. I think, Honorable Owen, let's just close this and move to the next statement. No, I think the comments were more based when people thought it was a. Okay, I'll just allow you, Honorable Karoli, but.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very briefly, though.
Yes, I'll be normally I'm very brief. Madam Speaker, ever since this particular matter came, both the country and the House are addressing the wrong issue. Let me explain why. What is being touted as being supplied by a consortium led by Safaricom is nothing other than an information management system. It is a digital, as they call it, a digital superhighway. It is an information management system. What Safaricom has become an expert on doing is fronting contracts that are opaque, that are not transparent, as was evidenced by the one for surveillance of the city, and avoiding the tendering process. If you look at the amounts of money that are allocated to this particular process, 104 billion is equivalent to $700 million, which would capitalize a big insurance company to offer healthcare services to Kenyans. That is not the case here. We are being told that an information management system that is being acquired without competition, without transparency, will cost 104 billion, which was the amount for the first Eurobond Kenya ever borrowed. I mean, what we should be asking is the financial details of this transaction. What is the interest rate? What is the repayment period? This House should see the financial elements of this contract. This is a financing arrangement where a service provider walks to a user and says, okay, you don't have the money to do this, I will do this at this cost, without testing.
I think, Honorable...
Yes, that is what we should be talking about. This is a financial instrument.
Yes. Omondi, I think we've already settled it, that this matter is before the committee. It's before the committee, isn't it? Okay, what's your point of order, Honorable Chair?
Madam Speaker, I'm on a point of order. Honorable Karoli Omondi has claimed that this is a health information management system. But from my reading, the system there is not solely managing social health insurance, but provides for various components at delivering a comprehensive and integrated health system for the country. These components encompass the development of a health information management system, that is one, a health information exchange platform, that is two, core business services such as provision of telemedicine, track and trace for pharmaceutical products. Yeah? You are not listening. The health information system is just one. There is track and trace for pharmaceutical products. There is core business services such as provision of telemedicine. There is development of a health exchange platform. That is different things.
Okay,
you know, the problem is you are not listening.
Okay, Honorable Pukose. Okay, Honorable Pukose, I think now we are flogging a dead horse. Already, the committee is at liberty to interrogate this issue. The committee is at liberty to summon the Minister of Health. Honorable Pukose, don't defend the ministry position. There's no, and I'm saying you've read it. Let the committee will work on it. And obviously, it's obvious that members have questions. You'll deal with it at the committee level. We are not going to be able to deal with it here on the floor of the House. So let us end this debate, Honorable Owen. Yes, Honorable Owen.
I want to say this. You know, Honorable Karoli Omondi is a bright lawyer, and he understands what he's saying. And I also want to know more about these things that he's talking about. I also want to know more, Honorable Karoli. But you see, you're using the wrong path. Why don't we summon PPRA, the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, to come and explain how they allowed that to happen? I also want to know how 104 billion would be used on this. But then, do you want to ask that to Honorable Pukose? There are people in this country that have been given a job to do that. I also want that Minister for Finance should come here and PPRA to come and explain to us how almost the value of a Eurobond would be used on one system. I want to know.
For statement, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, various reports, including the Masden Madoka Committee report of 2008, the Maraga Task Force report of 2023, have repeatedly identified and documented the challenges facing the Kenya prison services. Comprehensive evaluations and recommendations made, the situation remains largely unchanged. The state of affairs was affirmed in the Maraga Task Force report, which as what the Madoka Committee established about 15 years ago. In essence, the conditions within the Kenya prison services remain precarious and pose a potential threat to national security if the service ultimately becomes dysfunctional. Honorable Speaker, it's against this backdrop, statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. Number one, the status of implementation of the recommendations of the Maraga Task Force report, specifically in relation to the promotion of prison officers, some who have stagnated at the same job grade for over 10 years, and the constitution of the Prisons Council as provided for under Section 21C of the Prisons Act. Number two, any plans to provide, Honorable Speaker, decent housing for prison officers under the Affordable Housing Program, and if you saw, the status of these arrangements. And finally, number three, the status of harmonizations of the terms of service, including salaries, for all officers and the various services, specifically between the National Police Service and the Kenya Prison Service, to ensure parity and fairness, remuneration and working conditions.
Okay, I think that statement will be dealt with by the Committee of Administration and Internal Security. Okay, next statement.
Give him the mic. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. But that statement is to actually the State Department of Correctional Services. I believe that would be the right committee which will handle the statement, and that can be done within 14 days if it is forwarded immediately to the State Department of Correctional Services.
Thank you for that correction. Now I remember actually that was moved to Justice and Legal Affairs. The statement is by Honorable Member for Langata.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision 4(2)(c), I rise to request a statement from the Chair Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations regarding the current management and public access to Uhuru Gardens. Honorable Speaker, Uhuru Gardens is one of the Kenya's most significant national monumental facilities. It holds deep historical value as it is the site where the Kenyan flag was hoisted during the Declaration of Independence on the 12th December 1963. It symbolizes the